Hi everyone. So my name's Jake and I'm the Employer Engagement Lead for Wave. I'll be perfectly honest with you, when I was asked to come up and speak, I thought, what on earth am I going to do? Come up here. I've been working in this role since September and there's so many experts in the room from education, around employment and industry leaders. What am I going to come up here and say? And I thought, do you know what? I've seen some of the best careers provision since September and seen the impact that it can really have for young people. So today I'd like to speak to you about two stories of young people at Wave. Just a little bit of context to start with. Wave is a multi-academy trust and we're alternative provision. We've got 11 schools across Cornwall and Devon. Our settings are behaviour settings, special educational needs and medical. So we've got a really wide array of students from all walks of life and all having their own different challenges. So I want to start talking to you about a young person called Stephen. Stephen came to Wave after a couple managed moves from other schools. School was not a happy place for him. Didn't want to engage with the curriculum when he came to Wave. Basically school just wasn't it. And school isn't it for everyone, is it? So the amazing team at Wave started to unpick kind of what's going on. Why do you hate school so much? What's going on? And as we dug deeper, we found out we had unrecognised SEN, went for his referral. We found out Stephen is autistic. And we continued and started to really find out about what he's interested in. And I think this is where the real power can come from in school. It's those conversations, getting to understand what makes that learner tick. And for Stephen, he had an absolute passion for landscape gardening. He runs a little side hustle in the weekends, looks after his neighbours' kind of lawns. In his community, he is known for helping out. And in his mind, and this is kind of where, that real laser focus that can come with his needs, all he was interested in is, I want to start my business, school is pointless. And do you know what? I can kind of see where he's coming from. He didn't have that connection that can be quite challenging to find. So, with these conversations, we were able to find out that, okay, Stephen, we get it. You don't like school. School's been bad. But if you want to have a thriving business, surely you're going to have to, be able to, do a concept drawing for a client if they want their garden doing. Or you're going to have to, work out the area of the paving slabs you're going to put down. And we started to make these connections around actually education is important and it can be really valuable to you. And that was it. It just clicked. So we went from a young person disengaged to someone who completely kind of loved learning again. And it's so cool to see when that happens. And then my role as I came in with the employer engagement part is to find somewhere where his needs can be met and really give him the best opportunity to thrive. So we found a local estate, beautiful gardens, and we found the most amazing estate manager who took the time to listen, took the time to really understand Stephen and his needs, didn't have any judgment about his past experiences, and he created the best opportunity for this young person. This young person now has really high attendance, above national average. He's engaged with his curriculum, and he has this amazing work opportunity. So that's our first person, Stephen, and I think that's actually pretty impressive for someone who hated school. He now sees value in learning. Our other learner is called James. Similar to Stephen, had 4 managed moves, displayed quite behaviours you wouldn't want to see and you don't want to see any young person go through. And again, the team at Wave took the time to understand him, unpick those needs, what's going on. And he absolutely loves construction. That is all he wants to go into. Stephen's 15 years old, can't get his construction, where are we? Is it CES card? CSCS card. He can't get that yet. And again, not engaging with the curriculum. So we had to think a bit creatively, and we thought, how can we get him in that sphere of work? And how can we, start to get him engaged again? So we found an amazing builders merchants that rhymes with Schmoosen. Shout out Schmoosen. And we met the most amazing man. And again, he took the time to listen. He took the time to understand this student. And from that, we've had this young person go in, what have I got written down? He's doing 3 days work experience, and then he's doing his English and maths on the side at school for 2 days. What's really cool is when he came to Wave, his attendance was 40%. And now we've got him in this amazing place, and we were having this was a problematic child. Now we have not had a single problem. In fact, actually, that's a lie. We've had one problem. It was a Wednesday morning, 9:15, phone call to the school office. He is distraught. He is not a happy child right now. And, okay, what's going on? Calm him down. And do you know what it was? His bus was running late. And he was worried about turning up to his work placement late. And that was it. That's the only problem we've had. He was worried about turning up late. And his attendance now, with his blended package, currently is at 100%. So we've gone from 40% to 100%. And I've told you these stories today for the reason that educators in the room, the impact you can have by taking the time to listen and unpick, that narrative of your young people, and to be their biggest advocate, their biggest, champion them, it can have the most profound impact. And employers in the room, please continue to give the time and, take on extra work experience, do those visits, and take the time to really understand our young people, because I promise you, it has the biggest impact, and I've seen how it's changed 2 young boys' lives, and their whole outlook of their future has completely changed. So yeah, that's it really. Thank you so much.